the next time when you say, maybe I'm not cut out for this, maybe I'm not smart enough, how about say the opposite and see how things change? You are rewriting your story. You're writing your story as you go. It's not the future that you are imagining in your head, whether if it's negative or it's positive, it is not concrete. We are writing it as we go. The tongue, which is a verse from scripture, it says the tongue has the power of life and death. And it's true, because your tongue has the power of life and death. If I came on here and I said, everyone, look at my big pimple that I have on my forehead. You're gonna be looking, where is my pimple? Why? Because my words were so powerful enough that you're looking, where is this pimple on my forehead? Now that was just an example. I don't have a pimple on my forehead. Is that your words are powerful, and then the moment when you're feeling anxiety, I need you to take a step back. You're burning the bridge. Stop. Stop burning the bridge. Stop saying, I can't do this. Stop saying, I'm not cut out for this. Stop. Because if you do say it, and if you continue to say it, then you are just reinforcing it. Because the reason to why you're saying the things that you're saying, if it's negative, most likely because it's negative, your physical actions will reinforce what your words are saying. Think very carefully that in the moments in which you are feeling discouraged, in the moments in which you feel like, I don't know how to complete this task, I don't know how to get to the dream life I want, how to make him like me, I don't know, these things that sometimes are out of our grasp, but sometimes you just need to take a beat. You just need to take a step back. You just need to take a step back. I came up with this word, and it was called the environment of the fittest. The ones who speak on this, they say, be careful of your environment, your environment, your environment. And it's true. You have to be careful of your environment. And I learned that your environment will be the thing that propels you. Your environment will be the thing that destroys you. The internal voices that I had in my head, I'm not cut out for this. Mindful, I am so careful when I say this, I'm not gonna say this out loud, and I'm not gonna say this out loud. My environment said it, not in the same words, said it to me. I was wordless. I did not know, but it made me realize how important your environment is. You see that when you surround yourself by people who are like-minded like you, then the thing that you are doing, or the thing that you desire, doesn't seem so far away. It doesn't seem so difficult, because everyone in your arena, everyone that you're surrounded by, the thing in which you're saturated in, everyone's doing it somehow, right? Quotation marks. Everyone's in that like-minded path. But when you are the one thinking outside of the box, and everyone's in their comfort zone, it could drag you down. The environment can propel you, or it can destroy you. And I realized, because I've been in the environment where the environment has diminished me. And I've realized that in the environment that has diminished and in the environment that has propelled me, there's both a gain. The environment that has diminished, and if to say that you are in an environment that doesn't propel you, if to say that maybe the people that you hang out with actually take into question, is the people that I'm hanging out with, are they gonna help me to the goals and the dreams? Are they gonna propel me to where I want to go, right? To the destiny, to the promised land, to the vision? Or does the vision become clear for you, or is it hazy, or you're just living through life, right? Is the people that I'm hanging out with, is what I'm listening actually going to help me or not? That in the environment that when it has diminished you is this, and it comes back to opposition. Opposition, one brings confusion. So your environment, if your environment is not of the fittest, opposition brings confusion. It will take more time for you to realize what you want in life if being that the environment that you are in and the destiny in which everyone or what everyone is achieving around you will just bring you into confusion, because they don't even know what they want and they probably gave up on what they were trying to do. So what much of you and your destiny and what you want will be of a clarity to you? It won't. It won't be of clarity. It would be opposition. That if your environment is not of the fittest, it interrupts the process. Let's say that you do know, and you have fought through the opposition, and you have fought through people with minds of mediocreness. Let's say you have. Sometimes, at times, there's a chance of interrupting the process. And then the next thing is it serves as a distraction and it creates a disbelief. And so your environment tends to be the physical realm that will either propel you to where you want to go, or the thing that will diminish you and drag you down. And I always like to think about it when you're in the ocean. I know this is creepy. When you're in the ocean, I don't know if you guys have heard some lakes where some lakes have literally become cemeteries, but now they're lakes. And you've heard stories where, you're swimming and some people have heard hands pulling you down. So creepy. But it's literally that. It's literally that. Like that your environment will either propel you or your environment will drag you down. But it creates a disbelief. It's being that I've been in, I guess, both environments, is that the environments create a resilience in you. But it's not always easy. If and when the environment that does tear you down, that environment can really shut down your dreams, can shut down where you want to go. But if you have a fight in you and you know exactly what you want, and even if, let's say, you don't know exactly what you want, and even if you don't know what you want and you're struggling to find that out, there's this resilience where you're every effort you are doing, you just want to swim above, you just want air. That's it. Because that's sometimes how it feels, is that, as for me, is that sometimes I just want air. In the fighting zone, that has created resilience in me, so much of the fact that when you do bring disbelief to me, I'm going to block it. And the very thing that I've learned, and it's a quote also that I've heard, is that the pressure is a blessing. I don't know where I've heard that quote, but the opposition is the very thing that has created resilience. And in the moment, it's gonna suck. But I'm telling you, be very careful in your environment, and if your environment is survival of the fittest. But I also wanted to note that in the times when I was saying maybe I'm not cut out for this, because this video is not doom and gloom. Maybe, just maybe, you are cut out for this. And you have to believe that you are cut out for this, because your future is not concrete. You're writing the story as you go, and your words have power. Your words can represent life or death, and I would hope that your words represent life, even if the current reality right now that you are living in is not your desired reality, is not the desired finances, not the desired boyfriend, not the desired situation. Even if it's not the desiredness right now, just know that by faith, hoping for that which you do not have at the moment right now, by the goodness of your creator, that you will achieve and you will get the goodness that you so desire. But that also has to come into play in where your focus goes, because where your focus goes, oftentimes there your energy flows. Imagine yourself that you are hiking up a cliff, or you are crossing a sewer, right? And you look down into the hole. Every time you look into the hole, don't you ever feel like sometimes you're gonna go down? Because I have felt that. I have felt where I've been on a cliff, I have my feet right at the edge, and I look down, and it's almost like it propels me. Like sometimes it's almost like an energy grab. Like if I just look down, or even if I have my phone in front of me, oh my god, I feel like I want to go down. And it's the same thing like that, because that physical reality of where you look down to this big hole, it's the same way where how visible your energy and your focus is. And you think, oh, my focus doesn't matter. No, your focus matters. When what you choose to focus on, and sometimes you don't realize the thing that which you're focusing on. And once you start to discern, what is it the very thing I'm focusing on? Why am I upset? Why is this not working out? Why on earth is it that I'm saying maybe I'm not cut out for this, when you could be saying maybe you are? Because when your brain is in this state of stress, when your brain is in this state of conflict, of just nervousness, it shuts down its creative receptors, its creative process. It just shuts that part down, because right now all it's trying to do, it's trying to find some sort of survival door, something it can survive. So if the very thing that you're telling your brain, maybe I'm not cut out for this, and you're saying that you are, and your feelings are saying that, and everything's falling into place in what you're saying, then your brain will take that door away and say, maybe you're not, but this is for your safety. That's just your biological mechanism trying to make you survive. But you who is gonna be living a reality, you get to choose what is gonna be the reality that you so desire. You get to choose, what is it? Is it life or death? And so you get to really analyze, what is making me say the phrase, maybe I'm not cut out for this. And it's realizing that all your brain might be just trying to find survival, but you're just trying to find answers. And right now I'm telling you that your focus matters, because when your focus is on this current situation, on this current reality, it's hard to disglue yourself. It's hard to focus anything else, anything anywhere, because you're worried. It's hard. One thing that I've realized in helping me kind of take me out of this trans zone, first asking myself, what is it the thing that I'm focusing on? What am I feeling? Why am I feeling this? How valid, because your feelings are not that credible. They're ever changing. How valid is the thoughts that I'm going, is this going to matter tomorrow? Is this going to matter in 5 years? It's going to matter in 10 years? What am I doing right now? Why do I feel disempowered? Why do you feel disempowered? What is it the thing that's making you feel this? Because once you start to write it out, and once you start to acknowledge it, suddenly the anxiety, suddenly what you think, maybe I'm not cut out for this, suddenly that starts to fade away. In those moments, it really challenges you, and it really either it makes or breaks you. So if you are saying that maybe you're not cut out for this, the next time when you say, maybe I'm not cut out for this, maybe I'm not smart enough, how about say the opposite and see how things change?